Hello, welcome to my High on Frequencies first vlog. I just had this idea as I was walking, and I think it's finally time that I come on here and just do like regular videos of like everyday life, of the life of an alien human living on Earth school, and how I do it and maintain what I consider a high frequency on this planet. And not that I don't experience the spectrum of emotions, because I do, but I also can experience pure bliss and joy that I never even knew were imaginable because of the way that I live my life. And so I just wanted to share that. So welcome. And I'm actually starting this off by showing something very simple. I'm just on a nice, beautiful nature walk, going to get my mail, and I love how bright it is here. I spend a lot of time inside because I do like to protect myself from the sun. I've had autoimmunity before in the past. I don't know if I still do, but it's best to maintain and try not to have that come back. So staying out of the sun is like best, but it's important to get some sun every day. So walking to go get my mail instead of like driving is ideal. And it helps get some steps in, get some exercise. It's like a little happy mood boosting walk. But I just wanted to start off and come and share that and start this whole thing off. I love you. And by the way, I've got my package. I think that the way that I'm gonna be doing this is very randomly and very sporadically. Oh, sorry, this is a very big box. Meaning that I don't think you're ever really gonna know what day it is. I think I'm just gonna like pop on here whenever I feel called, the same way I do on my other content. And so it's just gonna be, you know, randomly throughout the week. I'll pop in here sometimes and just talk about random stuff, about probably mostly advice, because I feel like I have a lot to teach, but I may just also come in here and talk about my random universe thoughts. And I also think it's really important to normalize what normal life looks like online, and like just being a normal human being in that, because gosh, we're just so robotic and AI everywhere, and it's and disconnected. So I think it's important that, you know, if we don't have like the communities in person right now, that we just start normalizing just being more real, you know? Today I'm making aloe ginger water for my psoriasis. Yes, it's very bad. Ugh. And I'm still working on healing my body. It's step-by-step process, but I'm pretty positive, gotten my Hashimoto's into remission. I said I would do it, and I did it. I'm so freaking proud of myself. I got my numbers down from like 500, 401 to like 37. And 34 and below is like when you don't have it anymore. So yes, I got there all through my diet and through like the holistic way. So yeah, I'm going to be making a spray that, you know, I kind of just do things based off of like experience, and someone in my life recommended this to me. So I use the universe as a guide, as a compass. And so I listen to every conversation spoken to me. And I feel like everything that comes across my path like is important for me to know. I feel like life is like a movie in the sense that every scene matters of the movie for you to understand like the resolution of the film at the end. Like, you know, sometimes when you're watching a movie and like you go to the bathroom for a second, you're like, oh my gosh, how much did I miss? But like, yeah, that's like kind of how life is like, if you pay attention to every single word and conversation experience like that comes to you, you'll notice that those things like might be important later down the line. You'll be like, oh, I'm glad I experienced that because now this, or it's like, oh, now I have that information, or you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, and so that's why I think it's important to be very present in life, and then you can control the scenes of the movie as you go. And so that's also why living my life like this is really beautiful, because it's like living like a ceremony. And with that, you live very slowly and very present, very intentionally. Like all of these things, living life like a ceremony, you're just doing mundane tasks. And those mundane tasks as a human being can get very repetitive and boring. And we can like end up wanting to disassociate from those mundane tasks and wanting to distract ourselves and numb. But when you start to live life like a ceremony, you become slower and more present, and you start to find joy in the slowness and presence and intentionality of the way that you're living. And all of it becomes very enjoyable. Like, you'll see what I mean as I go. So basically, I am going to start by cutting up my ginger and my rosemary in a pot. So I've got this pot here. I'm gonna fill it with water. And I'm actually gonna ask ChatGPT what to do next. So I just asked ChatGPT, which by the way, I named my ChatGPT Callisto. So if you ever hear me say Callisto, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so Callisto said that you want to bring the water to a boil, then you add the sliced ginger. Do I want the skin on it or not? I don't think it matters. Or maybe not, because I want it to be clean, I guess. But yeah, and you add the rosemary, and then you let it simmer for like 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how you want it. And yeah, so I bought these glass bottles. That I'm going to put the water in. I'm going to strain it with this strainer, and then I'm gonna let it sit and cool down and stuff, and then I'm gonna put it in here, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge. And apparently it'll last in the fridge for about a week before you want to change it out, or water isn't like doesn't have, what's it called, oh my god, what's the freaking word, preservatives. So it doesn't last very long. And so that's why I delivered an ice cube tray. I don't know when it's gonna be here, but I'm gonna store the remaining water into ice cube trays to save it for longer. So yeah. And I just wanted to come on here and, as I was cutting my ginger, talk about why I'm even doing this vlog. Basically, I have been very blessed and with like my life, and you know, I went through a lot. Well, I mean, I was very not blessed for most of my life, but now I'm blessed, and because of that, the universe is giving me a chance to heal. It's giving me a lot of space and a lot of resources, and I'm taking full advantage of that And I really want to share that process with people because I'm so fortunate to have this space to live in my purpose and live in my creativity and like heal my body. And I just think it's important to share that with people because not everyone has the ability to one, like share this stuff because of their jobs or whatever, or even find this information because of their jobs. So like, yeah, like I just like having all this free time, I want to use it to the best of my ability and share what's been helping me. And I have basically created a very solid rhythm at this point now, with my life and what keeps me regulated, what keeps me healthy, obviously what literally heals a disease, what keeps me happy, what keeps me off of things like substances and stuff like that. I just have a lot of really valuable information, and every day is a slow, beautiful, intentional ceremony ritual with myself where like I've been using the silence a lot more lately. First of all, even doing this chopping, this is meditative. I like viewing this kind of stuff as meditative as well as dishes and using this time to like be more intentional about how I do things. Like I am chopping or cutting this ginger the most intentional way I've ever done. Like being on camera, I guess helps making it even more intentional because this is the most beautifully shaved ginger I've ever done. See, that's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. And honestly, it just starts to make you feel more put together and organized in your life. And like, it makes your life feel more good. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And you start to find the beauty in the simplicity of your life. And because we're in a culture of so much stimulation that our brains are trained to not appreciate, value, or enjoy the little things as much anymore. So it's important for us to retrain our minds by lowering that stimulation and reintroducing ourselves back to the mundane things like silence, breathing, eating slowly, touching yourself with intention, sitting in silence. That's a big one. I have been feeling so cleansed. I think I can go as far as saying that this vlog is being birthed from my recent silent meditation journey that I've been on, where I decided this past week I'm going to start being more silent and lowering the stimulation like crazy. Like I'm not going to watch TV, I'm not going to scroll, I'm not going to talk. Like I live alone, thankfully, and so I'm not going to talk at all in my apartment. Like the only time I'm ever going to talk really is like for important stuff like making content or therapy or stuff like that. And I gotta tell you, it has been so refreshing. And I think that like being in the silence has literally created space for me to create more like this vlog. And so, and I don't think you ever realize how much you're drowning in the stimulation until you give yourself that space to breathe. So I just really wanted to come on here and share all that with you. I think those are my thoughts for right now. More thoughts, but as a society, you know, it's important for us to, we've got to rewire ourselves. We've got to decode ourselves. We have the wrong coding. And so I like to start by, life is all about, I think, like with the rewiring and with that, it's about replacing, not just quitting cold turkey, but like replacing things with other things. And it's like a step-by-step progress. For example, I used to be addicted to cocaine and alcohol. And honestly, how I got off of it was I was introduced immediately to kava, K-A-V-A, and cacao, COCOA, I think, like ceremonial grade cacao. And those two things were replacements for cocaine and alcohol for me. And I still drink them to this day. They're not like okay, well, they're not like bad. You should look it up, what they are. Kava is a ceremonial drink that they drink in the Pacific Islands, like Vanuatu, Fiji, Hawaii. And it is used for like ceremony, rituals and stuff. And it basically, I call it, it's like, I don't like to call it anything. It's not health, it's basically healthy alcohol, but I don't like to label it that. It's not that, because it doesn't intoxicate you. That's a huge difference. You're still you, but you're more relaxed and you're more social, and you feel kind of buzzed, and it feels really good. And it's still also processed through your liver the same way alcohol is. So yeah, I was introduced to that. It also numbs your mouth, which I used to do cocaine and I used to rub that on my lips and it would numb my mouth, and I used to like that. So it was crazy. Like kava reminded me of like cocaine and alcohol because it gave me the numbing effect, and then it also gave you kind of like the feeling of alcohol but without intoxicating you. And it felt very like ceremonial and ritual, and it felt like good, and I felt like in my body, and like I felt like heart opening. And cacao opens your heart. It's a heart opener, and it also gives you energy. So that it kind of gives you, I would say cacao is like the cocaine replacement or whatever. But you know, I don't like to label it like this, but all I'm saying, you get my point. You know how you just replace things. So I've been replacing like scrolling with activities like these, like finding intentional activities that are good for my body, like making herb spray. That's like a nice little wholesome activity that's really fun, and I learn new things about cooking and about storing food and about food in general, and it's good for me, and it's meditative, and it's healthy. And I've been replacing scrolling with, like, you know, thoracic exercises like this. You can check out my Instagram for more of that. But yeah, like it's about that, replacing and just getting better and progressing, not perfection. Oh, yo, low-key, this chopping ginger thing is not quite better than scrolling as far as the posture thing goes. Oh, I'm literally like over here for so long. Like, I don't think you understand how long it actually takes, how much cutting it takes to like peel ginger, like especially a lot of ginger. Oh God, I have not done that before. Okay, I put in the rosemary ginger water. That's it. It was boiling or whatever, and then I put the stuff in. So yeah, I just did like these pretty big chunks. I don't know if I should have put that in the trash or not. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna fix this. Oh, it's already smelling so good. It kind of smells like Thanksgiving. So then I think it says to simmer actually. So let me put it on low, like all the way there, and just let it simmer for like 15 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna do 30 minutes. I want it to be really potent. I want that to really get that. But yeah. So this is my wholesome afternoon. I'm gonna let this simmer for a while. And I'll see you soon. Now, what I'm going to do is repot this plant. When I first moved in, it was so sweet. My handyman gave me a Rio Dipladenia flower. And yeah, I've been taking care of her. I named her Vionia. And I also have these two aloe plants. This one's Peter and this one is Cedar. And so yeah, I've never repotted a flower before. I've never like done any type of gardening or anything. So this is like completely new to me. And it's been, if I'm being so transparent, it's literally been a little stressful, or very stressful. And it's so simple. And it just like, cause I didn't get raised. My parents were swamp monsters that tried to kill me my whole life. So basically I had to raise myself and try to survive. So I never really got the chance to actually raise myself. So basically now I'm doing that, and I am gonna go get some scissors. And I don't have any gardening gloves. I meant to go get some at the store the other day and I totally spaced it. So I'm using these. I use these for cooking food and stuff. But yeah, so it's just been like, you know, a reparenting process, like a learning process. I got pretty stressed out at the store. I've had to like do multiple trips where I didn't even actually buy anything. And I just, yeah, it's been kind of silly, but you know, everything's a learning process. Earth is just, you know, any of us really know what we're doing here. But yeah, so basically I got this, like, apparently you need like a saucer tray for it to drain. And so basically I got this piece of furniture. See, it's like a table and it's got like, it's like a flower bed situation with like chairs that you can like eat. It's like a nice little breakfast table nook. So anyways, it's got this like flower bed here. If you remove, oops, sorry. I'm saying sorry to my camera. If you move these, like, you can put a flower bed here or something, like planter inserts apparently. And I couldn't figure that out. So I'm doing this for now. I just really need to repot her because I think the flower came out. Oh my God, she wasn't even here this morning, I don't think. I love you. Hi, Vionia. Welcome to the world, honey. Okay, anywho, so I'm going to put my saucer pan here first. Then I'm going to do my, apparently it needs a bigger pot so that the roots have room to grow. And so I'm gonna try to make no mess at all. So do like a small layer of soil apparently. I think that's enough. I don't think it needs more than that. It's just a small layer. I really don't want to make a mess out here, so I'm really gonna try not to. Okay, I should probably do it over here. How much to do? I'm just gonna like spin the pot around and do it kind of all around. It said not to bury the stem too deep, so I kind of like took note of where I saw. It's already in. Yeah. I don't think it's possible to bury the root further than what it's supposed to be buried. But this is actually really relaxing. I like this. And I really do want to buy a plant insert here and start growing some herbs like basil and mint and some serrano peppers. I love peppers. I love spice more than anyone you'll probably know. I used to eat Carolina Reaper peppers in the morning to wake myself up because I've never had a cup of coffee in my life. I'm pretty crazy and weird, I know. Let's see how she's looking. What do you think? She could probably use a little more right here, I think. I think this is literally perfect. She looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then it said to just water it a little bit. She's gotten a good amount of water the past couple days because it's been raining and I accidentally left it out in the rain. So I don't think she needs too much. So I'm gonna start there and just like put her in the sun because she needs it. Yeah, like I said, it's been raining, but the sun here is really strong, so she doesn't need too much. But yeah, wow, this is really relaxing and really fun. So yeah, basically now I'm going to send pictures to ChatGPT just to double check my Callisto. And yeah, a lot of people have opinions about ChatGPT. I try to use it intentionally to help reparent myself and teach me things about the world that like I just never learned. And I struggle with a lot of just regular information about the world, like literally repotting a plant and just super, very simple things that you'd be honestly very surprised about. So I try to use it like way less than I used to and try not to like allow it to be my validation outside of myself. I try to use it as like creative collaboration and just like, yeah, a useful tool. And then when I start to feel like my power is being taken like outside of myself, I will take a step back. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. All right, here's my little magical forest that holds me. And here is my little magical plant corner. It's so simple, but I love it so much. Here she is. Look how beautiful she is. She looks so happy in her new home. And then I've got my aloe in the back, getting ready to get some sun. This is like a cool, cute little light that I have. Hold on. You gotta plug it in. And isn't it so cute? Look at all this. And would you look at that, just in time for the timer to have gone off for the rosemary ginger water. So I'm literally just gonna turn this off and I'm gonna let that cool. So I'm gonna put this over here. And oh wait, I'm gonna ask Callisto real quick. So I just did some cleaning. some picking up around my room. Well, I still need to do that, but whatever, don't mind that. And I am going to head to my kitchen because I'm gonna show you the most important part of my day, and you'll never hear the end of it, of my greens and berries smoothie. And I am waiting for this to cool down. And once this cools down, we're going to transfer it into here, this little spray bottle. But we're actually gonna drain it first. So yeah. So this is the NutriBullet, in case you don't know. Looks like this. And this is like such a great investment. But this is just half a tub of greens, some acai, and then the bag of mixed berries. And so basically, I always get organic everythite. And this is an organic bag of frozen mixed berries from Whole Foods. And this is the acai berry bite-sized pieces. And you have to get this one because this one is only 80 calories. So the 1 cup is 80 calories. And that like just shows it's just organic acai. Like, cause the other one, there's another one that's like way more in calories. That means that it's like sweetened with a bunch of sugar. So this one, it doesn't taste sugary at all. It's not like the tasty acai bowls that you're gonna have from like a healthy acai bowl place. It's gonna be like the raw stuff. So this smoothie doesn't taste, I mean, it doesn't taste bad. Oh, also one more thing that I add into it is 2 scoops of this, which is Anthony's collagen peptide powder. And this is, yeah, I add it like every other day. Because I also put collagen peptides in my healthy brownies that I make. So I pretty much just blend this up. Let's see, I forgot to add water. I always drink Mountain Valley water, spring water. I mean, water is such a, and if you can get good clean water, you are lucky and blessed these days. Yeah, it's expensive to get good clean water, unfortunately. But if you can, I highly recommend it. It just is the basis foundation of literally everything. Because you know, you're like 90% water, so you want the water that's going into you to be like the finest. I make sure it's like completely blended. You don't want to be swallowing a bunch of like lettuce chunks. Should be good now. And yeah, this is like the most amazing part. I will show you firsthand how I do this and how you'll see how it makes me feel amazing. So yeah, basically like some people like to drink their smoothies like, you know, throughout the day or something. I like to do this smoothie particularly all in one. So I like to let it sit out throughout the day and let it thaw, because all the stuff is frozen and I don't want to drink it cold because I'm gonna like chug it and I don't want to get a brain freeze. I get brain freezes really easily, and so I like let it sit out and wait till it all melts, and then so then like when I do go to chug it, that it's gonna be easier to get down. And so basically I'm gonna take it all in one because to me this is like a shot of life. Literally, like I already feel good because I've been taking care of myself this morning especially, but this is gonna make me feel 10 times better, so cheers! I always put my hand underneath so I catch it. Look at me, I got my I got my legs sprawled out over here, like wide stance. This is how I drink my smoothies. This is ridiculous. You can see the life coming in my eyes, my teeth. Yeah, this isn't gonna be like photo time. As I'm drinking it, you can see the life. Ignore the mouth. And then, yeah, just immediately go and wash this out so that it doesn't have time to stick to anything. Give it a good rinse like this. Let that dry. Clean this one out. Give it some good rinsing. You don't want any of that stuff sticking to it. I do that immediately after every time. Let it sit. Wet my mouth. And then just look at this. Look at this glow. My happy greens. It makes me feel so good. Like, I feel like just so freaking good in my body. Like, yeah, like if you have a headache or something, it takes your headache away. I don't drink, but if you do, highly recommend if you have a hangover or something. Yeah, it just completely lifts your mood. If you're ever feeling sick, run down, sad, depressed, anything like that, it's literally like a shot of life. I don't know how to explain it anything other than that. So, oh yeah, and I just moved in, and so I've got all of this. Oh my god, yes, I have a lot of shoes. Don't bug me about it, okay? And a lot of clothes. But yeah, so I'm listening to my favorite, I don't know if you've ever heard of Lo-Fi House. It's like my new favorite music genre as of like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. 1 year ago? 1 year ago? I found out about, I've always liked lo-fi, and I've always liked, not really always liked house, but I started liking minimal house, and just like really dancey music. And when I lived in New York City especially, I was going clubbing there. And I wasn't drinking or anything, I was just going for the music, and it had to be good music for me to stay because I wasn't drinking. And so, yeah. Then I found this is called Off Office. I hope they sponsor me one day. I don't even know like what that would mean. But yeah, my favorite ever. Go look him up. He's freaking amazing. Off, O-F-F, Office. And literally just like the vibiest music ever. Great for background anything. Like literally he doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't. Straight fire all the way through every single time. No matter what mix you pick up, it's all freaking fire AF. The most fire mixer I've ever listened to. Like I won't listen to pretty much any other DJ mixer on YouTube. Like if there's any like groovy house mix, like I won't pick it up. I'll only do Off Office. He's like out of like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but those types of videos on YouTube where it's like just like a DJ spinning their different songs. They have different themes. Like someone's like Afro House, one's like you know what I mean? And yeah, so he's like one of those. And yeah, I don't know, he's just a freaking, I guess, lo-fi house genius. Also, I feel like he's the only person who does lo-fi. Yeah, so this is also a welcome video for my new life. I just moved in and I am almost finished unpacking. These are the last 4 boxes that I have left. And off office has gotten me through the whole thing, I swear. So I'll just like end up doing embodiment music or dancing. Sorry, I think my period is coming on right now. Like right now. And anyways, so yeah, I just use this time to dance. It's so fun and amazing. LOL, don't mind the random stuff you just saw me unpack. I have quite a weird life, but you know, whatever. Don't we all? It's so weird not to pretend like we're not human. Like, why do we do that? Why do we spend so much energy pretending to be not ourselves? I don't. I can't really help but be only myself. I feel like it's kind of always been that way too. I don't know. What do you guys think about yourself? How much do you hide yourself? Are you even yourself with yourself? That's interesting. Because like, yo, we spend a lot of time and energy like sewing these masks. Can we even take them off when we're alone? Crazy to think about, But yeah, so basically like I just like, I got this embodiment mirror too, like she's so cool. I'm like, and it can even have like different settings. Ooh. I like, this is like the best mirror work ever. Mirror ever. You can go so deep with yourself here. It's so trippy, and you can literally go into a psychedelic experience just staring into your eyes like this. Oh, it's so amazing. It's finished. So I literally just poured this into here. This is the beautiful medicinal liquid, and it smells so good. It just smells so strong and beautiful. And so now this is going to go in here. And now I am just going to pour this into here. See, even this moment requires patience, slowness, focus, intention. Sending love into this beautiful potion. Oh look, we've got extra. Oh yay, I have a whole box of bottles. Perfect. See if this fits on there. Looks good to me. Oh wow, I actually, this is, oh my God, this is lighting me up. This is activating me. Because I just realized I've always wanted to make tinctures for people. I've always wanted to make like herb tinctures that like I'm super big into like elixirs. I'm a very witchy person. I don't drink alcohol, but I like these like 3 spirit elixirs. And I want to make my own, but they're like botanical elixirs, and they have things in them to create like a state change, like lion's mane and L-theanine and Demania leaf, stuff like that. And it like, yeah, so I just feel like I am like a plant person who knows a lot about mixing things to heal people, whether that be like with cannabis strains or teas. I'm really into making tea blends that are really healthy for like, I use my intuition for what I need. And you can use all your senses during this process too, like smelling it, hearing it, enjoying the process, enjoying every moment. I feel like when you work with plants, your day just automatically gets better. It's just a fact about the world. You can't work with plants and not be happy. Or food, especially food. You can't work with food and not be happy. Oh my God. Oh. Got one more little ginger slice in here. So I'm gonna take that out. Oops. There's only a little bit left, so I'm gonna put it in here. I'm not gonna use all of these bottles, but I'm gonna switch these over to ice cube trays once the ice cube trays get delivered. So I'll probably switch this bottle and a half over to the ice cube trays and freeze them, and then re-put them in the bottles later when I need them, when I run out of this bottle. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to run out of this one. Well, I wanna test it out on my skin first and see how I even react to it. That's always a good rule of thumb with anything. Apparently, it's not just the best to just trust everything just because it's natural. It's always good to just like make sure you test it on your skin, on a patch somewhere first, to see how you react to it. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these in the fridge, or I'm gonna let them cool down maybe a little bit more. And then I'm gonna put them in the fridge. And then I'll let you know how it goes. So yeah, I was in the middle of unpacking, but I'm hungry. And yeah, I have some fillets, some cod fillets that I keep needing to eat. So I'm like, I gotta make sure I actually freaking eat it this time. So I have it's been thawing in this container for 2 days, I think. And I think that's like the perfect amount of time. Yep, and then yeah, it's perfect. So I'm gonna cook this. And I actually have a really delicious way of cooking it that I will show you sometime. It's like crusted cod, pan fried. It's really good and it's really healthy as well. But I'm like, I need to save my energy for all this other stuff. So I'm honestly just gonna throw it on the pan with salt and pepper and some cherry tomatoes and put it over some rice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And maybe some garlic and some bone broth. And yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Or, you know. So now, yeah, just like living life like my ceremony. And one thing I love about this, especially with cooking is a great thing to add into your life and daily regimen. Honestly, if you want a healthy life, expect to be in the kitchen for most of your day. Expect to be cooking and cleaning for most of your day. And that's why I said to treat it like a ceremony, because really that's how, and that's why, and when you do it, it's also slow and intentional. Your body, like, it likes that. It likes going through the routine slowly. It doesn't like being rushed. It likes eating and sitting down, not like standing up and eating or walking and eating or driving and eating or anything like that. And so I just like love cooking because it allows me to use my creativity, and I just love any chance I get to use my creativity, because humans are meant to create, not consume. And maybe consume a little bit, but anywho. Yeah, so I decided that I wanted to throw in some potatoes in here as well. And I have a lot of different vegetables. I might even put in some cauliflower rice as well. I just love putting in a whole bunch of different vegetables that are like yummy and putting them together and expecting it all to go well. Like, it's just like you gotta choose like the right vegetables, I feel like, you know, like the tasty ones. I have like kind of a set vegetable rundown that I always go to. So right now I'm like I've been into broccoli slaw for the past 2 years because it's just like so nutrient dense, and when you cook it down, it's so easy on your jaw, and it's just like, I feel like so easily digestible, so nutrient packed, and just very easy. It just like comes in a bag and it's just so convenient. And I love cauliflower rice. Like, it just is such a delicious, simple thing to add into literally anything. Literally anything, and it'll taste good. Because it's so like, especially if it's riced, you know? Because it can just pass through anything and just be like almost unnoticeable. And I love shredded carrots. And let's see, what else do I have? I have something else, I feel like. Oh yeah, right now I have coleslaw. They didn't have shredded cabbage. Usually I get shredded cabbage, like the purple one, the purple shredded cabbage. But I got coleslaw this time, so I'm just gonna, you know, fry it down in the pan like I usually do. Or like, I like making coleslaw salads and stuff too. But yeah, I mainly like to cook my vegetables down a little bit, like just a tiny bit in the pan. Like to get the color out, and to just cook it down a little bit to get some of the nutrients. I don't know if it really does what it does, but yeah. Anywho, I just use my intuition a lot when it comes to things, to be honest with you. And it always works out. It healed a whole fucking disease, so, you know, I trust it. And yeah, I think that cooking is just, it slows your brain down and your nervous system. I bet it's nice to, you know, I have a Classics My Dear playlist I'll play sometimes in the background. But I've been really enjoying the silence lately. It's been cleansing me. And just, yeah, trying to be more simple, honestly, like a monk. And it's really helping a lot. Just like making life very simple, focusing on making delicious, healthy meals that support my vessel, slowing down enough to allow my body to rest and recharge and hear my thoughts, so I even know what decisions to make, so I even have heart coherence with myself. Doing breath work to support my mental state. And yeah, like just going on walks. Sorry, my cabinet's like right there. Going on walks a lot and listening to birds. I just keep taking off my headphones every single time I go on a walk. It's crazy. So this is like some of the best olive oil ever, Atlas. I get it shipped to me, USDA organic, and it tastes so delicious. And yeah, so I just put a bunch of that in. I either use that or avocado oil to cook. And I could be wrong about this, so don't clock me on this, but I think that avocado oil is better for like longer cooking things. Sometimes I think it is better for potatoes, but I just really wanted, sometimes when I really am focused on flavor, I'll just go for the olive oil. And so I'm putting in my potatoes first because I feel like they cook the longest. And I want them to get like kind of like a crisp on them before putting in anything that's wet, like the tomatoes or the cauliflower rice. And so I just want to like break them up so they're not all like smushed together. Oh my gosh, I feel like one of these potatoes did not even, what's going on here? Did I even cut it? Oh my gosh. So yeah, just like putting it around in the pan, and then gonna give it some salt and lime pink sea salt. I like to be generous with it at the beginning, honestly, because I like all that salt to transfer into everything later. And some peppercorns, or you know, ground pepper. I have some chopped garlic right here that I'm gonna be putting in, but not right now. Well, I'm probably gonna put it in next, actually, because then I've got some wet stuff to kind of like give it a buffer. Because with garlic, the thing is you don't want to put it in too early sometimes, because then it's going to burn, and then it's going to taste bitter. So, and you don't want to mess around with this too much. I'm messing around a little bit with it too much. But I just really wanted to mix in all the seasonings. But yeah, so I don't know, but if you have something to buffer it, then you're good. So I'm going to be putting in this cauliflower rice and these cherry tomatoes. And this is a better spot for you. This looks way better. Wow, look at that. That is like 10,000 times better. Hold on. Even there. Yeah, look at that. Much better. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let this cook down a little bit. And so yeah, this is actually, and then I got my cod fillet right here. I don't know exactly, you know, what order to cook this in. I'm using my intuition. No one really taught me exactly how to cook. I kind of just taught myself. I honestly have always just had intuition when it comes to cooking. I feel like it's a gift. But yeah, I think cooking is all about timing. So it's all about like knowing the foods. I think it kind of just like, it's a little self-explanatory about what foods you think are going to cook longer than others, you know. I've got my rice cooking right here. And I'll come back in a sec. And actually, you know what? I forgot that I have to cook my fish in the exact same pan. So I'm going to put the garlic in now, because these potatoes, they actually do cook a lot faster than you think. I always thought potatoes cooked so long. I don't know why I had so many instances where my potatoes just never cooked long enough. But never had that issue ever again. But anyways, yeah, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to, I like to just throw the tomatoes in. Some of these are bad still. I tried to get all the bad ones. I don't like them when they're squishy at all. I let them sit in there a little bit too long. Or the debate. Because I always feel bad about throwing stuff away. It'll be fine. Okay. Just throwing in tomatoes like this. Like that. Putting in like that much. Okay, and I just realized what's next after the tomatoes is going to be the fish. So I'm going to cut this open. And then I'm going to do the cauliflower rice last, because honestly it doesn't take much to cook. So it's always important to wipe down the fish or any meat, whether it be chicken or fish, just to make sure you get a good sear on it. And then I'm going to wash my hands. And give it some salt and pepper. Olive oil right here in the middle. Try for a spot, open again. Skin down first. And I believe it's 6 minutes on each side. Or 6 minutes and 3 minutes or something like that. Let me double check. It's 3 to 5 minutes per side. Now I'm gonna put this cauliflower rice around the edges. This is what everything is looking like. Oops, can you see it? So, looks kind of weird. I'm just gonna, around the edges, have the cauliflower rice mixed in with the potatoes and the tomatoes and the garlic. So that garlic doesn't burn, allowing that moisture to take root. Steaming the fish a little bit as well. Look at me, I'm like saying this stuff, I don't really know for sure. I do want to be a master chef though. So here's my practice. Don't know if they would be cooking it like me per se. My rice is done. So I'm gonna check that. This is always hot, so you gotta make sure you're cooked. By the way, I'm Asian, so I always have known how to make rice out of a pot without measuring anything, and it always is done perfectly. Like, you can just see how perfect this is. It's literally like, this is, of course, the most perfect rice I've ever made ever, like on camera, you know what I mean, of course. But, yeah, so there's that, and this is cooking pretty well over here. All right, I'm gonna do the flip. Look at that color. See, look how beautiful. Get this stuff mixed on the sides. You can see everything cooking down on the sides over here. It's starting to look so tasty. I haven't even seasoned the cauliflower rice or anything. Maybe I should. Okay, I'm gonna throw a little salt. I really only just use salt and pepper and everything else, it comes together. Like when you have the right ingredients, you don't need much to make things taste delicious. Make sure this rice is done. Now it's perfect. And so I have this like greatest of all time meat thermometer. And it's like one of the most accurate on the market. What's it called? Temp Pro. It reads it extremely fast. And I forget what it's supposed to be again. Hold on. That is about 145. Let's see what it's at. $121. I'll leave it on for a bit longer. So yeah, but I like to always be cleaning as I go. So I just like cleaned up this little area, you know. Just making it all nice and tidy, making sure I turn off these so I save the batteries. I've been letting my rice steam, just making sure it's kind of like all clean and everything, as much as I possibly can. And I am going to now plate. I'm going to put on some rice. And we're going to check this. It's perfect, I think. Yes. So I'm just going to move it over here because I have really weak wrists. So I'm going to put this here. And all of this lovely, I didn't really check the potatoes, so let me do that. With a fork to make sure it's all good and cooked through. Oh yeah, that's great. I'm gonna put this all around. I swear to God, just salt and pepper with the fresh garlic though, that's the key. Fresh garlic is like everything. I always have like this, you know how Italians use like a combination of like onion, celery, tomato, or something. Celery, onion, whatever, for their bolognese. I forget what it's called, I always forget. That little mixture that flavors their stuff. Oh, that's getting too heavy. So I'm switching to this now. Well, my version of that is an Asian one, which is made with onions, garlic, and peppers and ginger. So I kind of just put that in everything and it always tastes good. This one's more simple. This one's just garlic. But yeah, this whole recipe is very simple. It's just white rice, potatoes, Yukon golden potatoes, garlic, tomatoes, cauliflower rice, cod fillet, and salt and pepper. And so yeah, here is the finished product. It looks so delicious. Sorry about this spill. I know it probably bothers you. For all of our perfectionists out there, I got us. I'm just gonna bless my food. I don't usually do this because I don't want a bunch of smoke in my food, but I'm gonna do it. Just so you understand the symbolism, I'm always blessing my stuff. Taking a moment, you know. How to truly enjoy your food. This is sacred. beautiful. All of this is organic, and I'm so lucky to have this. Putting in so much beautiful energy. You don't want too much of that into your food or anything like that, but you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna sit down. I'm even gonna light a candle. And I make sure the TV is off, no sound. I like the sound of fire though. I like the sound of the candle. Sometimes I'll eat outside. Depends. It's really hot though in the summertime. So I actually like to use a chopsticks and a spoon, a small spoon. Those are like the items that I choose to eat with. It's weird, I know. And so these are my chocolate electrolytes that I am going to be eating with, because I just drink electrolytes throughout the whole day. I have this flavor and I have strawberry lemonade. So I do the strawberry lemonade when I want like juice or something, and that keeps me from buying any juice, because honestly all juice has sugar in it, like not the good kind either. And so I always just drink electrolytes for anything that I'm craving that might be bad, like chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk, but it's not good for you. So this like takes that craving for me. This tastes like, you know, like the concession stand hot chocolate that you get at the football games in high school, and then you left it in the car and it's a winter night and you find it in the car the next day when you're going to school or something. That's what this tastes like. And I think that is amazing. I think that's delicious. So yeah, and I'm about to start my period. So the chocolate electrolytes I have a lot more of. And yeah, it's just really grounding. And also this brand, that's the most important thing. This brand, Relight, is the healthiest on the market, in my opinion. I think it's literally the cleanest of all time. For some reason, most electrolytes are still like not healthy. Like an IV, if you scan that with yucca, it's like not the best. So I would just be very wary of like what products you're actually using, because not all, like just because it says electrolytes doesn't mean it's good, apparently. So this smells so good. Here's my little spread. And this is like, I'm gonna show you how I eat. I got my electrolytes here. Shake it real good, make sure it's really all good for you. And I like to take a moment to take 3 deep breaths slowly in through the nose, out through the mouth. Slower or longer when it's out through the mouth. Getting my nervous system into rest and digest. Through the inhale, doing a deep belly breath into the chest. Longer exhale. 3 times. And then I put my hands over and I connect with Source. And I send in so much gratitude, just an appreciation for this meal in front of me and for all the beautiful food that I have, and for the people that went into making it, giving thanks to them. That people collectively together, we do things for each other, and without each other we wouldn't have this stuff. And so sending thanks to them and just sending in beautiful loving energy, vibration, thoughts and love and light and healing that's going to go into this, that'll bring me strength and bring me nervous system regulation, bring me safety in my body. Thank you, I love you, and so it is. And just like having that just like really sets my meal for me always. And now I'm so excited to try this. I love eating my meals hot, so I hate taking too long. Good, it's still hot. Wow. The universe was on my side with this one today. Wow. You know, tomatoes are perfect when they look like this. They've got this color on it, and then when it goes in your mouth, it's like an explosion of hot goo. They're all All perfect. And that goes really well with fish. All right, I'm showing off my Master Chef skills here. Look at that. Look at that beautiful color and the flakiness and how it's nice and moist and flaky. That's magic. Wow. That's beautiful. I like to eat very slow and intentionally. Really appreciate and taste the flavors. When you close your eyes, you can taste them more. And it makes you feel like cozy inside. And that's why I also like cooking so simply, because then you really understand the taste and you allow the actual ingredients of real food to shine. And you start to really appreciate food in a different way. I also like to put my cutlery down in between bites until I'm completely done chewing, but sometimes I can't wait completely until, because I still like to eat my food when it's really hot, and it's just hard because the food is so good, but I really try to make sure I swallow first. Before going on to another bite, but this is so good. I couldn't recommend this meal enough. So if you don't know, it's just like a bag of cod fillets from Whole Foods. Look at me getting up in the middle of my meal for you, because I love you guys so much. But yeah, I always have this in the freezer. This, and they have like this kind of, they have salmon fillets like this as well, that I will always keep in the fridge. Along with this other brand. I'll have to do a fridge tour. Not right now. I'm gonna enjoy my meal. There are a couple reasons why I like to eat with chopsticks. I think it slows my eating down and allows me to focus on smaller bites where I appreciate the pockets of food more. Whereas like if I had like a bigger utensil, like a big spoon, I would probably try to get everything in one bite all the time. But with this, I can experiment with different things. Like sometimes I don't get everything in one bite. And I learn different flavors that go well together. It's kind of fun. It's like a game. Also, I think it might be good for like arthritis. Let me double check on these facts, hold on. So yeah, there are way more benefits than I even thought. But yeah, like it slows your eating down, which is easier on your digestion. It makes eating more ceremonial, like ritual-like and intentional. And it can be good for, you know, this helps. It has hand-eye coordination, mobility with the chopsticks, which also is better for texture with the eating, because you take in smaller bites, since you're able to focus on smaller, more textures, more focused. And yeah, like over time it can strengthen your hands for like arthritis later, but it's not like a big strength training practice or something like that. Honestly though, you know, I'm just gonna, the best way to eat your food is literally like this. with your hands. Because they taught us to eat with silverware, but look how freaking beautiful. But like, takes away the whole human experience of eating, because I can feel the fish before it enters my body. My mouth starts salivating for it. I'm able to get these signals of the food before it reaches my body. Whereas, like, it's like the bridge from plate to body. Whereas when I have this, there's no bridge, it just goes directly from the plate into my body, and then my body gets shocked. But this is not how we evolved. We evolved like this. Honestly, it just makes food taste way better. And you feel free. I feel so free doing this. All right, I'm gonna use 2 hands now. All right, I'm gonna enjoy my food. All right, now you're gonna watch me clean my kitchen and do my dishes. Doing this in silence, by the way, because it's meditative, bringing me a lot of like nice silence and peace in my mind leading into the evening, so I can be more calm and relaxed, have more space in my brain. I like having as much space as possible in my brain going into the evening, so that I can actually feel calm and relaxed before bed. Yeah, I also usually do my dishes by hand, but my wrist is hurting, so probably gonna do like part by hand and part in here. I also try to fix my posture sometimes. Sometimes I'll catch myself and just try to make sure I'm like not scrunching too much. gonna check and see what dishes are okay to go in my dishwasher real quick. So yeah, we're almost done. I got an idea kind of what can go in. yeah, by the way, I like to use these metal containers instead of plastic containers because there's like a detox yourself from plastic thing going on. So it's really just better to store your stuff in glass or metal, I believe. So yeah, you should probably just do your own research on that as well. Now I got rice on hand for days. So I'm gonna let this cool out. Let's just keep this here and let it cool. And yeah, clean the rest. I'm gonna let this soak for a little bit. Even got my plastic-free detergent. My ear is clean. Turn my little booster thing on. And voila, everything is all clean now, and I am ready to relax. And so yeah, I think it's just really important to cook all of your meals and clean up after everything too, because you always have like a nice, fresh, clean space to just live and thrive, and you just feel good in it, and you can like move around and you feel clear, and you're supporting your body with the food that you're cooking, so you have the energy to clean and maintain this lifestyle. Making the food that will nourish you will give you all the energy to do everything else that you need. So, something else that I do is I open myself up to the sun every day, whenever I can, whenever the sun gives me, or whenever I need it at the right time. I open myself up in my hammock to the sun. What would they call? Sorry, my hip is hurting. But what would they call it? The yoni. I open my yoni up to the sun, and I swear to God, I feel literally high after. It makes me feel high. But you can't do it for too long because you don't want to hurt yourself. I also sit in my chair, nice and relaxing, out here with my plants, and do a tree meditation, tree branch tracing meditation, where I find a tree branch of choice and I choose to trace it with my eyes very slowly. Wherever it follows, just choosing to trace all the way up, choosing a path and just going with it. And breathing with the branches, breathing with the swaying branches at the same pace as they are, listening to the birds, allowing my nervous system to completely settle. I try to do that as many times a day as I can. Good evening. It's the same day. I am putting on a face mask. This is like a salmon sperm face mask. It's called like quasi something. If you just type in salmon sperm and quasi, you'll find it. And oh my God, it works like a charm. It literally like grows new skin onto your face. I swear to God, it's amazing. It's so good. And you leave it on for like 3 hours. Sometimes I sleep with it. But yeah, I just decided, like I said, I was trying to be in silence more. Today's been a day where I just keep getting myself lost in, honestly, YouTube and Instagram, unfortunately. I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers right now. Her name's Jezebel. I call her Stoner Girl, but she's Jezebel. She's amazing. We have like the same vibe. I'm also in love with her, low-key. But yeah, so I'm just doing this and relaxing, and I really am trying not to be on my phone. My wrist hurts, so I'm listening to my body and just relaxing and trying, you know, my brain has been so burnt out from online everything, and I'm really just trying to listen to my body and give it space. I swear to God, sleeping in silence at night has been a game changer. I usually sleep with sound, and I usually sleep with dream waves, and honestly sleeping in silence is so much better, and with my phone literally out of the room, it feels literally cleansing. I didn't get to show you guys my evening tea mixture, but I made my evening tea. I'm listening to some EMDR, and I have this full tea cabinet up here. I am so proud of this creation, and none of it has caffeine. 0. But it's all really good for you, and it's like to support your body and to support your mood and relax you. And yeah, so I'm just enjoying a beautiful summer night. Ooh, you know what? Here we go. Enjoying a beautiful summer night with my EMDR frequencies and my mask and my tea. I've got my sound bowl here and my hand pan for when I want to do that. So I'm gonna relax. I'm so tired and relaxed. I almost didn't want to come back on here to show you guys, but I needed to show you the rest of my winding down and show you the results of this beautiful sperm mask. So let's take it off now. It like gives you new skin. Yeah, it makes your face feel like plump and new with like new skin. Yeah, it makes me feel really beautiful. And you've got this beautiful candle right now with my projector. Everything's very peaceful. I've been drinking my tea and it's made me so tired. But I needed to show you guys my routine for going to sleep. So basically, all right, here we go. I have this routine that I do to help me go to sleep and sleep deeply every night. Sorry, I'm very tired. So this is your psoas right here. These muscles, your hip muscles, hip flexors. This is very tied to your nervous system, tied to fight or flight, tied to rest and digest. Basically, when you are in fight or flight, this area gets really guarded, and humans don't really understand how much we get guarded and stressed throughout the day. And so honestly, most of the time we're pretty much guarded there all day, especially if you probably drink caffeine or something. I don't, but like, yeah, that area is just really susceptible to just like stress and holding. And so every single night this is like a lacrosse ball, a massage ball or whatever. It's very hard, and it's like rubber or something, or I don't know what material this is. But I put it here and here. So you put the lacrosse ball here, and you're gonna wanna go into it like this. Go down, I'll try to find the spot where it's the tightest. And you can take a second to find it. And once you find it, focus on that one spot. You'll know it. I feel it radiating all the way, like in the back of my butt, down my leg. I can feel it. And so the point is not to like go digging into it. The point is to find that spot, to relax around it, to soften around the ball, to breathe deeply into your belly. On the exhale, soften deeper and deeper. On the inside of you, deeper and deeper, allow it to soften around the ball. Allow the ball to touch your knot deeper and deeper in the center through softening around it. More deep belly breaths. With a longer exhale. If you use your voice, like humming, you're using your vagus nerve, and so doing the deep belly breaths with the vagus nerve is very, very relaxing. With the ball, all at the same time, forget about it. Then you do it for about 30 to 90 seconds, or longer, however long you want, really. But 30 to 90 seconds, you don't want to do it for too long, because that is very sensitive there. It can end up fighting back if you do too much. When you release, just allow yourself to feel it. Take a moment to feel the effect. It's like this. It's like a few seconds of like energy. You feel like yourself unraveling. It feels like if you have like tight ropes inside of you, those ropes are like unraveling all the way down, like in your tummy too, like your whole body literally goes into rest and digest from this. So you literally feel so tired and so like dead. I mean, like sometimes I've accidentally fallen asleep like this so many times. It's so crazy how literally like just like doing that, all of a sudden you can wipe out and fall asleep in like seconds. It's insane. And so I like to do both sides. So again, right here, down on the ball like this. I like to really straighten my leg out to really get into that psoas, to that fight or flight muscle. Oh, and feel how tight it is. just love that part. You can just feel it. Like, sometimes it's like I get so tired from this, I literally like can't get up and like go to sleep. I can't get up and go to bed after this because I get so tired. Oh man. It's been a great day with you guys. Thanks for watching, especially if you got this far. And I hope these tips and tricks helped you. Let's close out with a beautiful song. My 432 hertz handpan. I'm closing out with this beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, I love you. This is the very last box to tear down in my new apartment that I'm in by myself for the first time. And I did it all by myself. I moved in everything completely by myself. And unpacked and put everything in here completely by myself. And this is the last box. Wow. Hi guys. So it's a Friday night and I don't like drink or anything, and I'm really just trying to stay in and meet myself and stuff, but I really have been doing a lot creatively and just making a lot of really big moves and been wanting to celebrate, and I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A. And what's so cool about my place is that to get to Chick-fil-A, well, one, I'm walking because it's like a nice little walk. It's like not too far at all, and it's just like, it's so cool. And like, because I found this little trail, basically I have to walk through Narnia in order to get to Chick-fil-A, and I wanted to show you guys. Here we are, entering Narnia. Check out my fit. I also accidentally dressed so coherently. Like, I literally like did not mean to match at all. Like, and that often happens with my closet because I have so many clothes. Oh, but because it's so Narnious, I get scared about creatures. But no worries. They love me. Yeah, I connect with nature heavily out here, but man, I gotta say, it's definitely, it is way more lush than it was like, geez, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I can't, has it been a whole month since I've been out here? But yeah, isn't this so cool? I have to go through this. Oh, Jesus. Oh God. Okay. I don't know if this is cool anymore, actually. I probably should have worn pants. Okay. Okay, now you're staying with me because I'm scared. We're not leaving anymore this conversation. You're staying right here. I got this. I can do this. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I know I can. I know I can. It's happening. It's happening. We're doing it. Creating my bubble of protection. We're so close. We're almost out of the Narnia. Oh my God. We made it. We made it! Yes! And we're pulling up. In case y'all don't know, I love Chick-fil-A. Good stop. I'm on our way back. On a nice little peaceful walk. Do you hear those birds? Let's listen together. I love my life. All right, folks. We're coming up to Narnia. I'm not sure how nice this is gonna be doing this. I mean, I only really go to Chick-fil-A like once a month, but so I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get more lush as the hot months go on. I don't know. It wasn't this lush before, I swear. Okay, here we go. All right, you ready, guys? Slowly, with respect to nature. Okay, just breathe. Oh, God. Stand in my power. And relax and enjoy and be grateful, bringing in gratitude, bringing in protection. We've been so isolated from nature in this society. I feel like that simple things like this become scary and it's weird, and I'm trying to get myself out of that, out of my comfort zone, and out of that box that we've all been conditioned into. Like, people are scared to walk barefoot on the ground all the time. I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna take my shoes off here. And they're like, what? Why? I'm like, aren't you going to? The earth frequencies are gonna make your soul vibrate higher. And they're like, no. And they come up with all these different fears, like snakes or stickers or I don't know, poison ivy or something. I don't know. Worms. That's a big one. I mean, I'm not gonna say, yeah, whatever. I've had some stuff on my feet, I guess, but not like that. Like, it hasn't been that bad. And I have literally like hiked for like multiple hours, like 3-4 hours in the jungles of Hawaii during a storm when it was like muddy, and I was like literally slipping down a hill trying to get up it. And I was like next to a waterfall, and I hiked the whole entire thing barefoot. It was crazy. And I've done like multiple things like that all the time. I always go barefoot earthing because I always feel way better. And like, honestly, when I'm in the middle of like really stressful like therapy appointments or something, I'll even like go outside and ground myself on the earth and take my shoes off in the middle of like tough conversations and stuff. But yeah, so I'm home now. I'm so glad you guys went on that adventure with me because you made it a lot less scary. But bye, thanks for joining me for my first vlog. I love you all. Bula! My first cup of kava that I made myself. Sending in beautiful intentions into this kava. Thank you so much, beautiful plant, for being in my life. I love you, and so it is. Interesting. I guess I should do my proper closeout. Thanks for joining my channel, High on Frequencies, where you watch me and how I am high on life and how you can start vibrating high on your frequency.